As I mentioned in my last video, the PKE meter, Ghostbusters meant a lot to me growing up. The cartoon really hit home. I was really watching it as much as I could, and I wanted all the toys and especially the role-playing accessories. Now, the trap was one of those things I really wanted, but I could never quite get. We did get the toy versions eventually, but in the interim, I really wanted my own trap. At the time, we actually had woodworking classes in school where I was able to take that and talk to my shop teacher and actually create my own trap. And I really wish I still had it today to show you, but it was really cool. An engineering feat that I had to come up with as a child to really make it work, and I ended up doing it with balloons. It was really cool. Maybe sometime I'll even share some of my earlier prop making. I also used Kleenex boxes growing up. We just tied string on it, painted it all up, and threw it down the hallway to catch ghosts. Now, being an adult has really afforded me the opportunity to learn more about the props. There wasn't that much information or way to get information when I was a kid about dimensions and accuracy and labels and anything. So, as an adult, there's forums and these, YouTube videos, anything you can imagine. There's information to find on any prop you could even imagine. The trap was definitely one that was on my list, especially after Mattel announced that they were going to do it. Now, a lot of fans like building their own using metal or plastic themselves or wood, and that's fantastic, that's great. And as I mentioned in my PKE meter video, if you have all the time that you want to devote to that, that's great, go ahead, do it, be proud of your work, but some of us just want to have a cool toy. And the PKE meter and the trap both fit in that kind of half prop, half toy world that some of my other props actually deal with, and it was a really nice attempt, and Mattel did a really bang up job. Now, the trap was only used a few times in the film, and mostly used by Ray, so there's only really one that you saw in the very first film. And it was used in a couple of very iconic scenes, most notably the Slimer scene. The function of the trap was actually pretty one-dimensional or two-dimensional. Really, they just rolled it in, hit the pedal, a beam of light came out and it sucked the ghost in. Pretty simple as far as the action went, but the prop was actually quite detailed. Now, as with the Matty PKE meter, it is mostly constructed out of plastic. It does lose a little bit of its authenticity by not having metal parts, but really for what it is and what it does, I think they really did a bang up job by using the plastic materials they had. They did make the metal pieces look, actually like brushed metal, and they actually went out of their way to actually weather down some of the pieces. So as far as what they did do, it looks great. As with the PKE meter as well, they did give an option to have a Ghostbusters 1 and Ghostbusters 2 version by using these little pods. You can replace them with silver ones or the red ones. I chose red just because it kind of contrasts with the background. One of the other cool features, they actually made the knobs work. You can actually take this side here and rotate it around, a nice clicking noise, and on the other side there's a silver knob that does the same. They don't do anything, they don't activate any features, but they're just kind of fun to have and twist and turn and, play with. It does have 4 wheels on the bottom that you can actually slide it on the floor, and then the battery pack here. Now, one thing that a lot of fans have done is they've replaced this battery pack with a metal one and then put a clip on it so that they can clip it to their belt. So as you can see, there are 3 components to the actual trap. There's the main trap itself, the pedal, and the cord. The first thing you have to do to get this whole ball rolling is to switch it on using this switch right here. You get that nice hum sound, you get the light bright, you set it down, you give it a little roll, and then it's the pedal time. Now normally you'd hit this pedal with your foot, but for the, instance of the video, I will just use my hand. It has a couple features that you do right away. Mostly you just push it the first time and it opens up the flaps. Press the button again, the light goes bright white and slams shut. Cool thing happens here where after it catches, just like in the film, the light goes on. Now this is one of the coolest parts, I have to say, about this trap. The lights start blinking and the electricity starts going. And then the coolest part, it's a little bit of a waiting game, I find, but once it gets going, it's a really cool thing to show friends and whatnot that come by. There you go. Simply to finish off with this, all you have to do is hit the switch again. It goes into a power down mode and then turns off. So there you go, the Matty Ghostbusters trap. I know it's a little disappointing that you can't just run out and grab one, but I hope you really enjoy watching this to see how it all functions, living vicariously through a YouTuber. Be sure to ask in the comments below if you have any questions or comments you want to ask about the trap or about the trap in general. Be sure to subscribe if you want to check out some of my other videos. I will have more Ghostbusters ones coming out, including my uniform one and my Proton pack. I got lots to share about that. That one I am doing mostly by myself. Be sure to click here if you want to check out my PKE meteor video from earlier, and click here to check out a different one. As always, thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing, and thanks for watching.